To call the meeting of the Board of Public Utilities for the City of Santa Rosa to order. May we have a roll call, please?
Board Member Wright?
Here.
Board Member Meisler?
Here.
Board Member DeWitt?
Present.
Board Member Badenfort is absent. Vice Chair Arnone is absent. Chair Galvin?
Here.
Let the record reflect that all board members are present with the exception of Board Member Badenfort and Vice Chair Arnone.
Very good. Any statements of abstention by board members? All righty. So we have 3 proclamations for today's meeting. We're losing 3 of our valued employees. So I'm going to read each of them individually and then give the retiree an opportunity to make any comments and the board to make any comments and the public to make any comments. So with that, we will start with Dave Ward. So the proclamation reads as follows. Whereas Dave Ward has dedicated nearly 30 years of exemplary public service to the City of Santa Rosa, demonstrating professionalism, dedication, and commitment to the residents and ratepayers in our community. And whereas Mr. Ward began his career with the city in November 1996 as a maintenance worker in the utilities department, and throughout his career, he earned increasing levels of responsibility through his professionalism and exceptional performance. And whereas in recognition of his leadership abilities, knowledge, and technical expertise, in 2003, Mr. Ward was promoted to senior maintenance worker and later that same year to leak crew supervisor, where he stayed until transferring to the inflow and infiltration crew in 2014. And whereas throughout his distinguished career, Mr. Ward consistently embraced outstanding customer service, always performing at the highest level and going above and beyond to meet the needs of our citizens and customers. And whereas trying to out-joke Mr. Ward is mathematically proven to cause immediate public embarrassment because he possesses an exceptional sharp wit and his humor operates at a speed that makes normal human conversation look like slow motion footage. And whereas Mr. Ward has consistently set the standard for leadership, being infamous as one of the first to arrive to and the last to leave, to ensure every task is completed with excellence. And whereas Mr. Ward was known throughout his career for his extraordinary attendance record because his immune system does not merely fight germs, but actively intimidates them. Whereas Mr. Ward will be leaving on July 16, 2026, embarking on a well-earned retirement. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Public Utilities of the City of Santa Rosa does hereby recognize, commend, and express its sincere and heartfelt appreciation to Dave Ward for 30 years of outstanding service and contribution to the City of Santa Rosa and the community. And I happily signed this afternoon as chairman of the board. Mr. Ward, where are you? Before we hear from you, Mr. Ward, if there's comments from the dais, either from the director or board members?
Jokes are in order.
Board member Wright?
Yeah, well, thank you for your service, Dave. It's actually, there's 3 people retiring today, and I got to say that I had the opportunity to work with all 3 of them in my career. Which the only thing that really tells me is that there's a tremendous amount of institutional knowledge that is just walking away from the table, maybe not this afternoon, but soon. But certainly 30 years is a long time, and we appreciate your work. Thank you.
Director Burke?
Thank you. So I just want to say on behalf of the water department how much we appreciate you. It has been an absolute joy to work with you, even though sometimes it may not seem like I acknowledge that it's a joy because you like to make very quick-witted comments, but they're always fun, and you are just such a great inspiration to the team. I've always appreciated you dropping by in wellness. I've appreciated you, just your commitment, your willingness. When I was interested in coming out and seeing the crews, you were the first one to jump up and say, come on out, let's go hang out with them in the field. So you are a true inspiration and a leader. We're gonna miss you, and I just greatly appreciate working with you and all of your service, and thank you.
I would echo those comments and really appreciate 30 years of service. That's amazing. And obviously, the information that was in the proclamation, you're an outstanding individual, and I wish you all the best in your retirement. At this time, Acting City Manager.
You know, Chair Galvin, you took the words right out of my mouth. Thank you very much for 30 years. It's really an inspiration for those who are behind you, working up through the ranks and getting to see how success and longevity really can make a difference in our organization. So appreciative of the work, and thank you on behalf of the city.
Board Member DeWitt.
Yes, one more thing to say. 30 years of jokes and puns. Please leave some behind for the new folks, like a little compendium, if you will. That's Santa Rosa water folklore. All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. At this time, Mr. Ward, if you would like to make any comments, we'd love to hear from you. You can come down to the table or you can go up to the podium, either way. We won't even put a time limit on you.
Uh-oh, that's a mistake.
Hello.
You can raise the podium too, I think, if you want to get the microphone closer.
That's fine. Oh, look at that. All right. First, thank you, our board members, for the kind words and the proclamation, and thank you very much, Director Burke, for your comments as well. I know we've had a lot of fun over the years, the only thing is, I know that was an untruth you said about the wellness, about showing up to wellness. I went to wellness a couple of times, and the terrified look on her face pretty much told the story. So anyway, yeah, 30 years of service. I was lucky enough to pretty much grow up in this community, and then I raised my wife, Susan, and I raised our 3 kids here. And so it was good to try to make the community that we lived in better, and I think we did that. The water department does a great job. I want to thank all these people here in blue. I think I said it this morning in our meeting. If I was recognized as being good at things or doing things well, it was probably because of these people here and the work that they do in the field. I just try to get them what they need to do it, and they do it. So especially the 3 seniors that I have now, Enrique, Adam, and Nick, just really good people. Like I said, if I look good, it was probably because of them. So I want to thank them. I want to thank my family. My wife Susan is here. My daughter Allison is here also. And then also I want to recognize Ron also. And by the way, I was hoping Ron would go first with this, so I could just say ditto, because he's obviously a very good speaker and stuff. So, but that didn't work out. So, but I want to thank Ron. We talked about it a little bit this morning when Ron and I were both supervisors in different sections. We didn't get along a lot of times. We butted heads, and Rick Santorini had to kind of help us along with some of our conversations here and there and stuff. But I think it was just out of respect for each other. And then when I had the opportunity to move and actually work for Ron, I very much appreciate his leadership style, and just a really good guy and a good friend now as well. So anyway, thank you very much. 30 years, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure serving the city, making it better. I think I helped do that. That's it. Thank you very much.
Dave, we'd like to invite you down to have a picture taken, give you your proclamation, and you're more than welcome to bring family and friends for the picture if you'd like. Yes, please. Okay, our second retiree is Ron Marinchik. And I have a proclamation that I signed earlier this afternoon that I'll read to you. Whereas Ron Marinchik has been a dedicated leader and valuable employee of the City of Santa Rosa for 30 years, starting as a maintenance worker in the Utilities Water Department on July 17, 1996, and advancing throughout his career to City Utilities System Superintendent on January 11, 2015, demonstrating his leadership skills and providing valuable system operator training and outstanding customer service to the residents of Santa Rosa. And whereas Mr. Marinchik served as the acting deputy director of water and sewer operations from May 2022 through January of 2023, and whereas Mr. Marinchik developed a passion for managing the sewer system management plan that provided for the safe and effective operation of the sewer collection system while protecting the community from environmental risks associated with sanitary sewer overflows. And whereas under his leadership, Mr. Marinchik managed the operations and maintenance of the collection system in a manner that set countless records for the number of months with zero sanitary sewer overflows. Whereas Mr. Marinchik provided steady and heroic leadership as the deputy incident commander during the 2017 Tubbs fire, guiding the operations team through an unprecedented event and developing procedures, protocols, and standards that continue to be used by communities impacted by large wildfire urban interface fires. And whereas Mr. Marinchik is the keeper of a long list of legendary, humorous water department stories that bring laughter and joy, making others smile. And whereas Mr. Marinchik has been an industry leader, mentor, coach, friend, resource, and dedicated member of the water department for 30 years, leaving a lasting impact on water and sewer operators, managers, and technicians. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Public Utilities of the City of Santa Rosa does hereby recognize, commend, and express its sincere and heartfelt appreciation to Ron Marinchik for his 30 years of exemplary service and lasting contributions to the City of Santa Rosa and its residents. And I have happily signed this proclamation. Congratulations, Ron. Where are you? Board Member Wright.
Well, congratulations, Ron. Ron and I worked on a lot of water distribution planning aspects, and I have to kind of agree with Dave Ward that it wasn't always easy to get along with him. In his opinion, he's kind of firm, I would say, on what he believes is right. And although I have to say, Ron really knew how to move water around the system and that kind of thing. And unfortunately, many times he was right, but it was still, I don't know, it was fun. It was fun working with him. I enjoyed that. So there's a little story about Ron and his career. That was a few years ago. But anyway, congratulations, and retirement will be wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ron, congratulations. While we haven't worked together a lot, the opportunities we had to were really demonstrated your skill set and the quality and benefit that you brought to the city. And I'm really excited for you to be able to transition into retirement at this point and have just a great time walking around the city with your wife, as I see regularly. So I hope you enjoy that, and thank you so much for the 30 years you provided to the community.
Director Burke?
Thank you. Well, Mr. Marinchuk, I want to appreciate all the years we worked together. I did have the privilege to work with you quite a bit closely as I started my career, especially on the groundwater program and looking at various ways for how we could look at efficiencies for the system to meet our conservation goals. And you were always such a great person to work with. You had all of the information. If you didn't have it, you would easily go get it. Your integrity is phenomenal. And you are very, very well respected by your peers. I hear about it all the time. You're a fantastic leader. And you are also one who is willing to make a joke here and there. So I do want to thank you on behalf of the Water Department. You've made a difference, and best wishes in retirement. Congratulations.
Thank you. So Ron, on behalf of the board, we want to thank you for your 30 years of service to the city. Obviously an exemplary employee and manager and leader, and you'll be sorely missed. And I know big shoes to fill within the department, so much good luck to you in your retirement. Board Member DeWitt.
Hello, sir. We've never met, but back in the day, I was pursuing things that dealt with stormwater and sanitary sewer. That's where I learned those terms. Miles Ferris actually once mentioned your name to me in a good way. And so I do hope that everything goes really well for you and that it's been a nice adventure here for a well-earned retirement. And as they say, I guess in your line of work, may you now go with the flow. All right.
Thank you. Ron, it's your turn if you'd like to say something. We'd love to hear from you.
Chair Galvin, members of the board, Director Burke, thank you for this. It has been an honor and a blessing to serve the ratepayers and citizens of Santa Rosa these past 30 years. One of my favorite sayings is, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. That is what we do and who we are in the water department. No one achieves anything entirely on their own. Our successes and accomplishments are achieved by somebody believing in us, supporting us, and a whole lot of people willing to work incredibly hard to make our vision a reality, which some or most of these goals will never be seen by the people that initiated them. Our success is that we don't work for instant gratification to highlight ourselves or an individual, but as stewards of the ratepayer to leave a plan and investment in the systems that we've created and in our biggest assets, our people. This is our legacy. I've stood on the shoulders of giants, Miles Ferris, Mark Powell, Steve Backman, Jim Montenegro, Linda Reed, Board Member Wright, Director Burke, who's also affectionately known as Mama J in local operations, a term given to her by Dave Ward, actually. Just to name a few, and above all, my amazing wife, retired water employee Roberta. After serving in the military, I never thought I would find that level of commitment, service, and selfless sacrifice again, but I found it here in the water department. That internal mechanism that compels you to contribute to something bigger than yourself, to serve your community and know those beside you feel the same way. It is because of this that during my time here, I dislike and shed the label of city or government worker and embrace the mindset and distinction of civil servant. I always had and still encourage others to do the same. Thank you for the opportunity and thank you for your service.
All right, Ron, you get to come down and get your proclamation. Bring Roberta and any other friends or family with you so we can get a photo. Yeah. Right now? For Ron and Dave. Okay. Before we move to our third proclamation, I'd like to invite all the crew to come down and have a picture taken with Dave and Ron. So if you guys would come down.
I think that includes deputy and supervisors in the team as well.
Thank you all to the crew for being here. We appreciate it, and all that you do for the city as well, obviously. All right. Proclamation number 3. You ready, Lori? Whereas Lori Urbanek embarked upon her career with the City of Santa Rosa in 2002 as an assistant engineer on the Stormwater and Creeks team, where she played an important role in protecting our local waterways and advancing watershed stewardship and creek health. And whereas Ms. Urbanek was promoted to associate civil engineer in 2009, supervising engineer in 2013, Deputy Director of Engineering Services in 2018, and became the Deputy Director of Engineering Resources for Santa Rosa Water in 2020. And whereas throughout her illustrious career, Ms. Urbanek thrived on a variety by transferring from the Transportation and Public Works Department to the Water Department in 2015, back to Transportation and Public Works in 2018, and back to water in September 2020, where she remained a trusted leader whose expertise consistently supported the department's success. And whereas Ms. Urbanek provided leadership for numerous critical initiatives for Santa Rosa, including but not limited to capital improvement projects, master plans, selection of the city's new enterprise asset management system, and many years developing and programming Santa Rosa Water's capital improvement program. And whereas Ms. Urbanek's technical knowledge, insight, expertise, and commitment to public service ensures reliable water, wastewater, recycled water, and stormwater services for the citizens of Santa Rosa, leaving a lasting impact on the city. And whereas throughout her career, Ms. Urbanek was respected for her professionalism, mentorship, and commitment to developing others, generously sharing her knowledge and experience while fostering a culture of collaboration, innovation, and excellence. And whereas Ms. Urbanek will be retiring on August 3, 2026 to focus on her 3 fur babies, tending to her garden, perfecting her heirloom tomatoes, and spending time with family and friends. Now therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Public Utilities of the City of Santa Rosa does hereby recognize, commend, and express its sincere and heartfelt appreciation to Lori Urbanek for 24 years of outstanding public service, leadership, and dedication to the City of Santa Rosa and the community. And I happily have signed this proclamation. Lori, I've been on this board now, I think, for 23 years, so just about the time you probably started. It's been a pleasure working with you over the years, and I know that you are highly respected by the people you've worked with and the people that worked under you, and I wish you all the best in your retirement and with your furry babies and your garden. Board Member Wright.
Congratulations, Lori. I had the honor of working with Lori both on the Public Works side and on the, I call it Utilities Board, on the water side. Reflecting back, the thing I remember most was probably back on the Public Works side where Lori and I did similar things. We produced plans and specifications and got jobs out to bids and things like that. And it made me remember my supervisor at the time was a guy called Ed Baker. And Ed Baker had this famous saying. He says, it's our job to get something done. It's everybody else's job to keep us from doing it. And I have to say that Lori was one of those that got those things done. So that was very much appreciated. But thank you for your service and good luck and enjoy retirement. I can tell you it's wonderful. Thank you.
City Manager.
You want to hit board member first, or you want?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Great. Lori, we've had a good history. We've had a great time. Why exactly did you go back to water? You don't need to answer that, but I felt just a little bit taken. Lori has been a fantastic steward of our infrastructure, and really not just the infrastructure, but our team. Before Lori got into public service, Lori started a bunch of firsts. She was the first female mechanical engineer for JPL. Aerojet, which really broke somewhat a glass ceiling in the industry, and really helped generate life into female engineering, especially as she came into Santa Rosa. And I'll just say the time that I got to work with her, the number of female engineers in our organization skyrocketed. We have a very good, solid core, and through Lori's expertise and care, she's been instrumental at helping guide and train our young engineers for many years, and really so appreciative. Lori also, many of you might not know, Lori also helped Cal Cities through the public works officers look at how we could generate more of a women in engineering type of service statewide that I believe is, while it's still going strong. And so I'm so appreciative, Lori, of not just the service that you've provided for the city, but what you've done for the engineering careers of women in our organization. It really is so impressive. And I've been so thankful to have been able to work with you on a lot of key projects on the infrastructure side in public works before you went to water. But thank you again for your dedication and your service and all that you've done for our team.
Director Burke?
Thank you. So why did Lori come to water? Because I pursued bringing Lori to water, and she was gracious enough to agree. Because Lori is fantastic, fabulous, phenomenal. I've had the pleasure of working with Lori for a number of years. As a deputy director, I was her supervisor when she came over to asset management and came to water for the first time, and then was her supervisor when she came back to water, where she belongs, as the deputy director of engineering resources. Lori's been my rock. She is absolutely passionate about standing up for the standards and the operations, and just making sure that we are doing everything we can to support the staff that runs these amazing systems for our community. She is always willing to go to bat, and is so smart, and able to convince engineers to do exactly what she needs them to do, because she's always right. And so it has just been my absolute pleasure to work with you. I know you will still be around, and I wish you all the best in retirement, and I really hope you bring your little puppy to come visit us. So congratulations, Lori.
Thank you. Board Member DeWitt?
Hello. You probably remember me from coming to a couple of meetings along the way. And I wanted to appreciate the fact that you actually were accommodating to curious citizens that wanted to find out how things could work better. And I do hope that you will continue to perhaps be in that mode of showing us how things do go better. So even though you've retired from a paying situation, still be that, what do they call that? An active citizen. Come to the meetings on different things. You don't know probably, but we have a Waterways Advisory Committee here in the city of Santa Rosa, and I first saw you at some of those meetings over the years. So it's really important, because the citizens would really like to know more about a lot of the stuff that goes on. And now that all of you retirees are free to speak your mind a little bit along the way, come back and talk to folks. Share the information, help us. Your institutional knowledge is something that helps many people in the community, not just the ones that you worked with. So don't be bashful. I definitely know that you weren't in any of the meetings that I was at, so please stay involved. Thank you kindly for all that you've given to the community.
Thank you. Other board member questions, comments? All right, Lori, you're up.
Well, first of all, I'm not prepared for today. I didn't know that everyone would have prepared speeches. But what I will do is speak from my heart to each and every one of you on the board. That I'll start with Jennifer. Jennifer is an amazing human being. She is kind. She is often one of the smartest people in the room. She treats her staff with so much respect and is so gracious to each and every one of us that I have just loved working with Jennifer. And you notice I didn't say for Jennifer because it never felt like that. It always felt like we were a team, and that's how she makes her team feel that way. So I really appreciate, I don't think I'm gonna miss work that much, but I am gonna miss the people that I worked with. And the board, too. You have always been so gracious. Every time I've had to come before you and have nerves, and you just settle me right down. And Glenn, I appreciate all your early tutelage that you gave me. And Jason, thank you, too, for all the opportunities you provided me as well. All of you helped me succeed at my career, and I can't thank you enough for all your help. And I have a whole room full of people that supported me, and I adore them. So like I said, I'm not gonna miss the work, but I am gonna miss my team and my friends at the city. But I'll be back. And I'm bringing that little mean dachshund down here. Anyway, thank you for all your kind words.
Don't sit down yet. Picture time. And the reading. So before we move on to our next agenda item, I will open it up for public comment on item number 4.1, which is the 3 proclamations that we just went through. If anybody wishes to make a public comment, you can move to one of the podiums.
You can say anything you want about them now, guys.
All right. We will then move to we have no study session. Item 6.1 is the minutes for the June 18th meeting. Does anybody have any questions or comments regarding those minutes? If not, we'll open it up for public comment on the minutes from June 18th. Seeing no one rise, those minutes will be approved and entered. We'll now move to item 7.1, which is a water and recycled water supply update. Director Burke.
Thank you, Chair Galvin and members of the board. Our water and recycled water supply update will be given by Claire Nordley, our water resources manager, and Andrew Romero, our wastewater reclamation superintendent.
Good afternoon. I'm Claire Nordley. I'm going to provide the water supply update. As you can see here, we have the Lake Pillsbury storage curve. Right now, there's about 60% of the storage curve remaining in that reservoir. You can see it's the current storage is quite on track with 2020. And as you may remember, in May 2026, FERC approved the temporary variance for the Potter Valley flow from the Eel River to the Russian River, and that flow is at 25 CFS. Here's the Lake Mendocino storage. We're at 69% of the Furo water supply curve, which is great for this time of year. But the real great news is Lake Sonoma storage. As you can see here, we're at 95% of the buffer pool and the minor deviation. And so that means that actually Sonoma Water predicts that for the first time, the operation of this reservoir will continue to be in the Army Corps' hands into August. So I think that's the first time that that's ever happened. Also, July is Smart Irrigation Month, so the Water Use Efficiency team has some radio ads that are going on currently, and of course the website is chock full of information about irrigation systems, watering recommendations, gardening design, and maintenance recommendations for low water use landscapes. Also, the summer outreach campaign is in full swing. Right now, there's a bill insert that's going out to all of our customers about the Water Smart portal and encouraging customers to sign up for that. Just as a reminder, that allows customers to see their water use on a near real-time basis, on an hour-by-hour basis, and customers can sign up for alerts to understand more information about their own water use. There's also a campaign that's being run right now through the Sonoma Marin Saving Water Partnership, less lawn, more ... and it's more water savings, more flowers, more opportunities, et cetera. So those ads are running currently on social media. There's a video campaign as well that's going out with that. And then lastly, there is a upcoming webinar preparing your garden for the fall. So there's certain things that customers can do to achieve water savings as we transition from summer into fall. That's going to be held on August 4th, and it is free for anyone who wants to attend. The registration information is shown on the slide. So I'll turn it over to Andrew.
Alvin and members of the board, my name is Andrew Romero, Reclamation Superintendent, and I'll be providing you with a brief recycled water update. Here's a recent snapshot of our recycled water storage curve. Currently, we have 772 million gallons in storage, which is average for this time of year. In addition, we have started the annual geyser shutdown, which will be from Monday, July 13th through Monday, July 27th. Furthermore, we expect to meet all recycled water contractual obligations. That concludes the recycled water portion of this update, and we're happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you both. I'll open it up for questions or comments from the board. Board Member Wright.
Just curious, how much do we expect the increase in capacity, storage capacity with the shutdown of the geysers?
Oh, it's very minimal. It usually flatlines. Historically, it will just flatline. It won't increase the storage.
Oh, so ag picks it up?
Correct. Yep. Ag and urban customers will use the water.
Thank you.
Sure.
Board Member DeWitt?
With that in mind, I've had some friends who work in the agricultural industries, and they're curious, is there a way to actually give even more water to agricultural uses through this whole program that we've got?
It's all based on the production of LTP, the water that's produced there at the treatment plant. So all the water is allocated to Calpine, takes a large portion of it per the contractual obligation we have with Calpine, then our urban customers, and then our ag customers. So it just really relies on the weather as a big influences what water we could supply our customers.
I understand that. I'm just curious, if ag wanted to become more of a priority, is there a way that they can come in and say, hey, during dry years, we need more, et cetera? Or are we just locked in to things with Calpine and we can't actually adjust stuff that much?
Yeah, that might be a question, maybe Director Burt.
Sure, thank you. Thank you, Board Member DeWitt, for your question. We do have a contract through 2037 with Calpine that requires us to deliver a certain amount. And we do make that contract every year. If we're unable to make it, there are penalties and other requirements that we have to deal with. We also have agreements with our agricultural customers, and they're interruptible, which allows us to provide a interruptible rate. That is something that the agricultural customers are very much interested in. So that is the format that we work with them. We do give allocations every year. Right now, the last couple of years, our agricultural customers have not used their full allocation. So we have water available for them if they want to use it.
Thank you kindly for the explanation.
Other board member questions or comments? All right, we'll open it up for public comment on item 7.1. If you wish to make a public comment, please move to the podium. Seeing no one rise, thank you again for the reports. Good luck with the shutdown. We have 4 items on the consent calendar.
I'll move the consent calendar.
We have a motion by Board Member Wright, seconded by Board Member DeWitt. At this time, we will open it up for public comment on item 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, or 8.4. Seeing no one rise, may we have a roll call vote, please?
Board Member Wright?
Aye.
Board Member Meisler?
Aye.
Board Member DeWitt?
Yes.
Chair Galvin?
Aye.
Okay, let the record reflect that the consent calendar passes unanimously with Board Member Badenfort and Vice Chair Arnone absent.
Thank you. We have no report items. Item 10 is public comments on non-agenda matters. If you wish to make a public comment on a non-agenda matter, please move to the podium. All right. That takes care of public comments. We have no referrals. We have no written communications. We have no subcommittee reports. Any board member reports?
Yes.
Board Member DeWitt?
The state of California has an interesting program going on called land recycling. And it deals with land that's been contaminated and sometimes contaminates water due to polluted stormwater runoff. There's a conference at the end of September, beginning of October in Foster City for the California land recycling. I really believe it's something that we should pay more attention to in the future. There's opportunities to get funding from both state agencies and federal agencies to help have even cleaner stormwater after land has been recycled. And I'll be attending on my own dime, but I'll definitely take the time to share with people.
Thank you. Any other board member reports? Okay, we'll open it up for public comment on item number 14. If you wish to make a comment, please move to the podium. Seeing no one rise. Director's report. Director Burke.
Thank you, Chair Galvin and members of the board. I just have one quick item to let the board know. The City Council adopted our 2025 Urban Water Management Plan and Water Shortage Contingency Plan. I do want to say that it may not seem like this plan is a lot of work, but it is an immense amount of work that we put into every 5 years, and it is critically important to the city because it provides for the water supply and wastewater needs for our general plan to allow our community to continue to grow. So I just want to personally thank Claire Nordley for her exceptional work for about 2 years, working on the latest update to the plan. It was unanimously adopted by council. We had no public comments. We had one written comment, and we submitted it to the state in plenty of time for the July 1st deadline. So we are in compliance, and I want to thank the board in particular for their thoughtful review, not only through the Water Conservation Subcommittee, because we had a big ask of that committee, but also the board for your thoughtful review and input to make this plan a success. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Any questions or comments for the director?
I would like to definitely second her comments about the management plan coming through. I'm on the Conservation Subcommittee, and I think it was definitely a big lift, and it was a good thing that it was approved. Everything's looking good for the next 5 years, so what's the term for that? I think it's called go with the flow.
Thank you. Other questions or comments? We'll open it now for public comment on item number 15. If you wish to make a public comment, please move to the podium. Seeing no one rise, that concludes our agenda for today. So I'd like to adjourn the meeting in honor of Dave Ward, Ron Marinchik, and Lori Urbanik, and wish them well in their retirement. We're going to miss all three of them, and we are adjourned. Thank you.